Welcome to another beautiful morning out here at the river house. So I'm out here today to just get a little work done. Shay's got a birthday party later this afternoon, so I certainly have to be back for that. Let's get out of the wind, huh? So my goal for today was to continue doing some drilling and blasting, and I was going to actually showcase sort of the new ways that we do it, all that we've learned. And how effective it actually is. But last night that Chuck broke off the drill, so while I'm waiting on a replacement drill, I figured I would go and muck out the hole. The current scope is that Dad's going to pick me up a drill today, and then he and Mom will come down so they can see Shay and his birthday, and he'll bring me the drill, and then he and I will do some drilling and blasting, because I think Dad gets a kick out of that. So I'm going to go up on the hill up there and just muck her out. So it's kind of a drizzly, cold, nasty day. If we get too much rain, mucking it out will simply become too big of a problem. But I'll do what I can and use the backhoe. And it's going to mean dumping a lot of rocks over the edge of the cliff. And there's at least two guys that aren't going to like that. But it's just got to be done. You know, I need the fill anyways, so I just don't have time to stack all the rock, valuable or not. It's just got to go. So that's the plan today. If it gets too nasty and drizzly, then I'll go in the river house here and start I don't know, something. Welcome to the river house. So I only moved 3 buckets of heavy rocks at the backhoe and 1 of dirt out of the hole before I realized I really need to bring the beast up there and scratch up all the rock I've broken with the last few blasts. This new system works pretty well. I think I'm going to be very, very surprised at just how much rock that was. That was 3 separate blasts, 2 holes each. We had one hole where I had set a rock down on the ignition cord and severed it. So there was 1 dead hole. You don't have to worry. All the holes are oozing water because springtime. No. Fall. It's been a hell of a year. They're all oozing water, so I've already probed it with my fiberglass stick and it just comes up oozy, squishy. So it's done. I don't have any fears of that. So that means that was 5 separate charge holes, and the amount of rock it broke up is pretty dang impressive. So I'm going to get up there, we're going to pick all that out of the way, make a giant mess again, and then I'll bring the backhoe up and start mucking out the holes. Machine fired right up for me. I mean, that was nice of her. No problems there. I know I got a loose track and the front idlers continue to flippity floppity, but not asking much of it. I think it'll be fine, and it'll be put on the list for someday way down the way. I don't know. Maybe drill out the oil seals and put in a zert somehow, and at least, but I don't know if it would just fill with powdered glacial grindings and grease and make a grinding compound in there. I'll probably do nothing, and it'll probably be just fine, and I'll have to find idler assemblies at some other point. So for the moment, just, you know, be a little careful I don't walk it out of its tracks.
Yeah, so it's been 3 or 4 months since I run it. But what's kind of interesting is you can actually watch that rock face move and lift, but they're still tight in there very, very tightly. So you gotta make room, and then it'll break out. With the deeper drilling that we're doing, I have a better chance of getting some of these nice seams. Before, we just have to batter our way down through. So I really do like the longer drill bits, and like I said, I'll do an update on how we do the drilling here pretty soon. But see, I know that I watched that rock face move when I bumped it with the excavator. I know that it's there. It just didn't have enough free space to lift it out.
I can tell that a bunch of this is still loose, especially up in there, but I'm pulling at it from the wrong angle. You can see that it's been pulverized, so that really doesn't need to be blasted again, but it does need the hard rock on either side. So maybe a hole out in there. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. 2 holes down there maybe. It is breaking up in some nice cubes. So my goal for tomorrow with Dad would be to get all this cleaned off and shoveled so that we can, I don't know if you can see the orange paint up there. We need to go in sideways and take this down here. And then if there's any extra time, I'll scrape that, clean that, and we'll get that shelf prepared as well. My real problem is I got no way to scoop out dirt, really. So I can make a pile of it and scoop it up with the backhoe, but with all the rocks in it, it doesn't like it, and it's really hard on the hoe. So it means I got to add it to that pile over there. Oh well, we'll get it figured out. Well, I've restacked all the larger ones over there. I mean, there's still a big one or two, but I can roll them into the bucket. And I kind of flattened me out a bit of a runway, get down into here, so that I can just set the bucket and shovel into it, because I still need to clean off all of this rock. And it's a whole lot easier to just shovel into the bucket than to shovel into 5-gallon cans and dump it. See, this is breaking back up into there. But I figured rather than peeling a top edge off, I'll put 2 holes back in there and I'll break this whole shelf. I stop picking it. I'm sure all you hear is wind noise, so I'm gonna let you go. But know that I'm thinking about you. I've got a pair of bald eagles circling. Earlier I took a pack rat out of the trap and I threw it out in the field down over there, feeding the critters or whatnot. I suspect that's what they're after. Oh, is he going after a fish? No, he's not. Oh well, you really can't see him against the sky anyway, so what the heck.
I fell far, oh boy, yeah, I fell hard. I skydived for relief into your arms, and you let me down hard, oh, you let me down hard. New game, but you played it the same way. New rules that you broke on the same day. Oh, you let me down hard, oh, you let me down hard. And at first I was down with this love, we held quiet, never said a thing to not lose it. Clever smiles replaced unspoken words. Thought I knew, but I couldn't be sure that you wanted back in, but I'm oh so through with it. I know you've been waiting for way too long. Haven't seen me in 3 weeks. Tell me, how am I wrong? You want a bad week over late night callers. You're not gonna find that here. You better move along. Round one in the palm of your hand, sinking deep in romance. Yeah, you played me with that one. Round two, I'm hearing whispers. You said bittersweet till the end. Call it love, but it's poison. You miss the feel of our lips, the sweet lover's kiss. Yeah, those nights filled with passion. Your eyes locked in on mine with the promise of time. Now we can't hit rewind. And at first I was down with the love drum. Ooh. You said roses and sealed with a kiss to not lose it. Clever lies replace misspoken words.
I think we're about done here. It's lightening up behind me, so I know that the rain is going to taper off here in a bit, but it just turns this stuff into just utter snot. So more or less I can't move around on it. The equipment's slipping and sliding on it. Backhoe doesn't want to turn. I mean, I got some done today. You know, we can blast on those 3 ledges, this big ledge, that ledge, and that's all prepped. It's just dirt and clay and small rocks on top, so it could be shoveled off. I can't move on this stuff. I'm just gonna go down and hurt myself. It ain't worth it. So, look at it. Rivulets of water. Gonna have to have quite the drainage system here. Figure once the house is built, we'll clean off all the rock ledges, and then we'll just chisel a channel, run the runoff underneath the house out somewhere else. Should be fine. The water doesn't pool long, but it does pool in here where I've got these big clay dams and barriers. Blast up there and down in through here. I don't know, we did okay. Bald eagles have left the sky, and I think it's a hint as I slowly fade out into a 1980s soap opera deep foggy haze. Probably shouldn't be doing this to the last camera that runs, huh? Oh man. Well, thanks for watching.